you? We've just reached the end of our 6 months together. And how did you, where did you start with on your journey when we first started working together?
Where I started was after a pretty bad marriage breakdown and feeling quite lost and without much direction and not knowing what the future was going to hold. So I contacted you and engaged you to help me find a little bit of a path to be on, where I had some goals that I could set, that I had a constant support base, someone who I could TikTok with about issues that were going on in real time, and just a general holistic approach to living a more wholehearted, worthy existence, and being better all round, inside and out, for me and for the kids.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things there was around boundaries for you. You know, that little lack of confidence there that wasn't.
Yeah. You know, there's been a lot of boundaries put in place. There's been a lot of soul searching. There's been some uncomfortable moments, but you can choose comfort, or you can choose you know, to keep doing things that you don't want to particularly do. And you know, that's the only way you grow. You've got to let go of your comfort zone sometimes, try things new, venture out and see the other side of things, which is probably, I was so caught up in my own little process and patterns and things like that. It didn't occur to me to think outside the box. And once I started to, it kind of had a bit of a domino effect. Things sort of started falling into place much easier.
Yeah. And so a couple of big words that you would say that, you know, like, you know, if it was confidence, or what's some big words that through the 6 months working together have just, you feel like, yeah, I'm actually in control of this now. Like I actually feel really good.
Vulnerability, being able to be vulnerable in the right situation.
Yeah.
Definitely confidence. Definitely confidence. I feel like I have a sense of purpose. There's a lot of direction. And my self-worth is quite high. I think initially my self-worth was very low. My self-esteem was quite low after years of gaslighting and manipulation and just not being able to see that. In the last couple of months, I think in the last couple of months especially, the amount of friends and family who have said, you know, we used to be a bit worried about you, and also, you know, no one ever saw you that much, and when we did, you were like this completely different person. And we finally got the old Kylie back. She's coming back, and she's strong again, and she's determined, and she's a bit like Teflon, nothing's sticking to her. There's this overwhelming sense from friends and family that they truly believe that in the last few months in particular, I've turned a corner for the better. And I'm getting my personality back, and I'm getting to a place where I'm happy with the choices that I'm making. I'm not second guessing myself anymore. I'm not falling down rabbit holes all the time. And it just, you know, there are still days where things are pretty crap, and, you know, life takes unexpected tolls on you. But for the most part, I have different patterns and behaviours when I wake up of a morning now that set the tone for the day.
Yeah. And I think it just, you know, coming from that grounded place allows you to have that emotional control when you're in situations. I know situations still keep coming up, but now I feel like you just have so much power within yourself to be like, actually, I can deal with this situation, and I know exactly what what to say, what to do, and still be emotionally just present.
Yeah, I'm not taking on board other people's negativity and letting it get to me and getting upset by it. I'm looking at other people's behaviors and calling them out on it now, putting boundaries in place that, hey, that's not acceptable. Or, you know what? And I'm also learning to say no. I still got to get a little bit better at that, but I am feeling like there's a lot more self-control. I'm seeing things for what they are, and I'm not reacting immediately when something is not going right, or I've got some extra tools now to help me sit back, break things down, work out whether it's worth, you know, engaging, reacting, even caring about, and then moving on.
Yeah, so good, so good. I got goosebumps before when you were actually saying that, because it just, you know, that's part of the process that I really enjoy, is to see people grow to such a degree. But, you know, when we're in the growing, we kind of like forget where we started from, because we're at that place now. So it's hard to see backwards, and it's not until other people then actually say, like, you've come so far, when you're like, what? It's just normal now, you know, like that whole change where it just becomes the norm. So I'm super excited about that. And me as a coach, what would you say? Like, how's that relationship that we, you know, like we engaged in through the process?
Yeah, really good. I don't find it invasive. I don't find it taxing. It's the right amount of exposure. It's the right level of tasks, goal setting, check-ins, things like that. And well, hence why I've signed up for another 6 months. Clearly don't like you. or where we're at.
Yeah, it's awesome. So good. Well, thank you so much. And I'm super excited to see where we're taking you in this next 6 months journey, because it's just, you've done all the hard work, and it's just continuing. You know, that growth is always there for us to keep going. Like, it just doesn't stop. So super excited to be part of that journey with you. Awesome.